Adriana, are you there? This is your old friend Abigail. Long time no see. Huh? Abigail? I guess I forgot to block your number, so I'll go ahead and do that now. Bye-bye. Now, hold your horses there, Adriana. Are you actually still upset at me for everything that happened 8 years ago? And on an even more serious note, do you still have things going on with your ex-boyfriend that I stole from you back then? Gross! That guy was from all the way back in high school, Adriana. But I guess those were the best years of your life, huh? It's sad to think about, really. That's not it at all. I'm just upset still by the fact that you stole my ex-boyfriend back in the day, but neither of you told me until senior year, and then when I found out, he left me for you. So why would I have any interest in that guy after what you both did to me? Oh, right. Well, whatever then, I guess. And anyway, right now what I've come to talk about has nothing to do with that drama. And what's that? I heard that you're married now. And what about that? Well, it just so happens that something went on at the class reunion from half a year ago. And? How does the class reunion have anything to do with the fact that I'm married? Your husband came to that class reunion. Really? Well, at the time, I had heard that the two of you were married while he was there, and I just wanted to let you know that I might have to steal another man from you. And at the time, I wasn't able to find you anywhere at the reunion to tell you. But I guess it's already too late, because everything went exactly as I said. So that class reunion and me being married, what do they have to do with one another? So I'm saying your husband is now my man to keep. No. Because my husband has never gone to any class reunions. And even if he did, he wasn't even in the same class as us, so he would have never been invited to the event in the first place. Wait, are you starting to freak out already? I'm sure realizing that I have now stolen 2 men from you in your lifetime is a pretty hard fact to swallow, but come on, you shouldn't lie to me about where he's been. I'm not lying, though. All right. Then I guess I'll get all my facts straight and show you that you're lying. I know that at the event I took your 7 figures a year man and brought him back home with me for the night. So I really am sorry for stealing your man again. A salary of 7 figures? I'd really like it if you guys would hurry up and get divorced, please and thank you. I'm still confused by who you're talking about right now. All right, I've already told you everything you need to know. See ya. Wait a sec. Abigail? I'm back again, Adriana. This is the gal that is having a very romantic relationship with your husband, Abigail. What? I can't believe how amazing a man your husband really is. It's already awesome having his income of 7 figures, but the way our love matches each other so well, it must mean that we've been destined to be with each other forever. So I think it's about time for you to divorce him and leave him for me. That's why I said this before. My husband was not in the same class as us. Whoever you're talking about right now has nothing to do with me, and is for sure not my husband. Who even is the guy you're on about? You already know his name, so I'm not going to go through the trouble of saying it for you. Well, if you don't tell me who he is, then this conversation is going to go nowhere. Well, if I have to. His name is James. James! James? I don't really know who that is. Well, I guess there was one guy named James in our class, but to be honest, I can't even remember what his face looked like. Oh? Are you going to try and act dumb for me now? There's no way a wife would ever be forgetting her husband's name like that. Well, that's why I'm saying that I don't know who that guy is, Abigail. My husband does not have that name, okay? Fine, then why don't you tell me your husband's name then? Well, even if I tell you, you won't know who he is. Ah, so you're too afraid to tell me. So in other words, your husband is James. Fine, I'll tell you. My husband's name is Leo. Leo? Really? Leo? Yeah, that's my husband's name. And I'm sure you don't know who he is, right? Hold on, Adriana. I think I see what you're doing here. And what do you think I'm trying? I get it. I'll play along and believe you. Man, this is so crazy after all. Abigail? Well, if you're just going to keep playing dumb and lying to me, I'll have to change my tactics and find a different way to get him out of your hands. Tactics? Well, I'm going to get going now. See you again. I'm back again, Adriana. I've finally come to tell you that this is my last time saying this, but your husband is all mine. I know that last time I asked you for your husband's name, right? And I know that I didn't make any mistakes about who he really is. Well, it did take me a little time to do my research, but I even found out that he will be making $1.2 million this year. So you really must be pretty afraid of letting go of him now, huh? A salary of $1.2 million next year? I'm still a little lost on who you're talking about this time. James? Really? Well, because you told me the name of your husband, I actually left that James guy and came after Leo instead. No, my husband does not make that kind of money in a year. Wait, are you saying he makes even more than that? Awesome, that's even better for me. That's not really what I meant by that. James was a great guy and all, but his older brother Leon bringing in so much money makes him way better. Leon? I made sure to change my target to him so that I'd be stealing your husband. Well, Abigail, that guy is also not my husband. Excuse me? Well, my husband is from Italy and he has no brothers and his name is just Leo. What? So I think you misheard me or something and took that for Leon. I guess I should have been a bit more forward that his name was just Leo and it wasn't just a nickname. Wait, huh? And because of the way you've been mistaking these men for my husband, I had asked a high school friend about all of this. That James guy's wife is actually Adrian, and yes, she was going to the same high school as us, but she didn't come there until junior year and wasn't even in our class either. What? Adrian? She just moved back to her hometown 4 years ago and then 2 years later married James. What? I'm sure that you'd been confused by that too, and so I have to ask, did you really mishear her name and think that you were looking for Adriana instead of Adrian? Because it's a stretch, but I can see how you got confused by our names. This was all based off of what my friend told me, but what do you think? Seems that things are starting to all come together now, huh? Well, when I heard that James's wife's name started with an A, I thought it was you again. I see. Well, I know that you didn't ask for me to tell you any of this, but just to be sure, my husband is actually from Italy and has been living in America for a while now. So that's why I was saying there's no way he'd have been invited to a class reunion here in the States. And there would definitely be no way that he'd know who you are and you him. Well, that doesn't matter. I'll start going after Leo for real now. What? Up until now, I've been holding back all this time, and it seems everyone has been making me feel stupid. And after stealing your ex-boyfriend back in the day, I have had the drive to come back and steal more from you. If I can't get your husband as my own, then I'll never be satisfied. Are you a frickin' idiot, Abigail? What? Have you ever heard of the words court and settlement? What? Why are you bringing that all up? Well, the 2 guys that you've been messing with, James and Leon, well, both of them have wives right now. And so what? I don't care. It's not my fault that I'm the most sexy and amazing girl around that is able to get any guy she wants to like her and sleep with her. But that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. What? Even if you are able to get either Leon or James to be with you, doesn't change the fact that you go around stealing different men from their wives, but you are the worst of the worst when it comes to women. I mean, you even just bragged about sleeping around with different men that you stole away from their own family. And? Well, I'm just saying that you are worse than a woman, even worse than most witches and crap. What are you getting at? I think you're in the position to receive a whole lot of complaints from a whole lot of women, and soon to follow a whole lot of settlements that you'll have to pay up. Listen, what you've been doing recently has been a whole lot of really bad crap. And what's even worse is both of those men were mistakes while you were trying to find my husband. You really are a dunce, Abigail. That's really all you are. What's this all about? You're just pissed because the girl that stole your man years ago is back for more and you can't stop her. I told you before that I'm not upset about you having the ability to take other people's partners, especially over the stuff that happened then. I'm more just troubled by the fact that you think this is all okay, and that now you're going after married couples like that's the same as just stealing an unmarried couple's man. You need to shut up a little. All this talk about me being in the wrong is really going to rile me up. Are you serious? I just told you all of these things, and yet you still don't see how deep of a hole you dug yourself? Me? I'm in no hole. You literally just had an affair with 2 married men. If their wives find out, you will be screwed by a lot of settlements. You have to understand that that's not a good thing, right? Oh, I see. Well, those 2 wealthy men will already be there, ready to pay for whatever I owe. No, I don't think so. I think that those 2 have already lost their jobs and the money they said they'd be making. Huh? They were fired? Well, I heard that both Leon and James were working for Adrian's father's company, but he will find out about the 2 of them cheating with you, so... He will? Yeah, well, he already has, actually. I told you that I'd be telling all of them about this, didn't I? Well, I told both of their wives just a second ago while we've been texting. You're kidding. And we even talked about how the 2 of them were about to open their own businesses linked to the company their dad owns. But since you were so focused on trying to steal my husband, you didn't stop to think about the harm that all of your stupid games caused for everyone. Stupid games? I guess it was also those husbands' faults as well for going out with you, so maybe this was all just a little too unstable to begin with, their relationships. But maybe they'll come to marry you after having lost everything. But that would mean that you'd have to choose between one or the other. Right now, I'm coming over to your house. Huh? Right now? You told me that your husband Leo is a foreigner, right? That'll be even better than either of those 2 jobless losers. So I'm coming over to your place right now to steal that man of yours. So tell me your address. Do you need to go see a doctor or something? I swear there is something seriously wrong with your brain right now. What? Well, even if you did have my address somehow, I'm not even in America at the moment. About a year ago, Leo had finished his business agreement working for a company over here in the US, but since that ended, we both moved back over to his hometown in Italy. Italy? And so now that you'll be all caught up in the court system trying to pay off all those soon-to-be-made settlements, I doubt you'll have the time or money to make your way over here. How much will those settlements be, you think? Well, at least over 100,000 total, and that's if they go easy on you. $100,000? Did you seriously not think about how much people can ask for when going against the person that ruined their relationships? I just thought 300 to 400 or so. Man, you were way off, huh? Well, this is what you asked for by going after 2 brothers that worked together under the company of their wife's father. But then they shouldn't need this kind of money from me, and I don't have nearly enough. Well, that's not going to be my problem now, is it? And to think, you were so confident in your skills of being able to steal other women's husbands that this simple punishment for those crimes went right over your head. But soon you'll understand just how many people you hurt and what has been coming for you for a long time now. It didn't take long for Abigail to realize the full weight of what she'd done. After our conversation, both brothers she had affairs with confronted her, furious at how she'd ruined their lives. Their wives weren't just angry, they were ready for war. Legal notices soon piled up, each one demanding massive settlements. But that was only the beginning. Word spread quickly, and soon 3 more men came forward with lawsuits of their own. It turned out Abigail had spent years preying on married men, leaving a trail of destruction behind her. The whole thing exploded into a scandal, making headlines as one of the biggest cases of infidelity and fraud in years. When I first saw the news, I was floored. I had known she was reckless, but I never imagined just how deep her deception ran. The financial ruin that followed was relentless. The settlements stacked up so high that she had no hope of ever escaping the pit she dug for herself. Every single lawsuit chipped away at whatever life she had left, and honestly, I can't say I feel bad. I still don't understand what kind of thrills she got from tearing families apart. Maybe she thought it made her powerful, stealing husbands just to prove she could. She once bragged to me about taking my husband, laughing like it was all a game. But looking at where she ended up, it's clear that the only person she destroyed was herself. As for those 2 brothers, they paid the price too. They lost their jobs, their families, and their dignity. Their parents must be furious, knowing both their sons got played by a woman like her. I doubt they'll ever recover from this mess. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. Tyson, long time no see. It's Brenda. Hey, Tyson. Hey, answer me already.
I must have forgotten to block you. Oh well, bye now.
Wait a second. Blocking me right after all that is so strange. Don't do that.
Well, to be honest, blocking you in the first place was the right thing to do. You know, back when you cheated on me, I was mentally destroyed. I just couldn't bring myself to block you, but I did it now. Goodbye.
Are you really okay with this? Blocking me like that? You'll regret it. I promise you will.
Regret? Are you seriously trying to manipulate me into feeling guilty here?
I remember you saying that you hate regrets. That's why you should listen to me. You'll regret it if you don't.
Well, if you insist so much, I guess I'll listen. But honestly, having any kind of interaction with you just makes me sick to my stomach.
Does that mean you're so happy that it's making you sick?
I don't get what you're saying. Just hurry up and get to the point already.
So, I checked out your social media.
My social media? I started it just 6 months ago. There's no way you'd have known about it. Especially after our divorce 3 years ago.
But you know what? I'm pretty good at finding things out. I can find anything I want to.
And what does that have to do with anything?
Well, I saw that you announced your wedding the other day.
Yeah, I did.
You wrote that the wedding was going to be on the second Saturday of the month, right?
Yeah, that's right, so?
So, when do I get to come over?
Ah!
Huh? What do you mean by huh? The wedding is in just 5 months, right? In that time, you need to finalize the guest list, send out invitations, pick out the wedding dress and the reception dress, too. I want to see the venue with my own eyes, of course.
What are you talking about?
Oh, and by the way, you never proposed, did you? Even though it's a second wedding, I think it's only right for you to propose to me properly again.
I don't know what you're on about. The wedding preparations are already well underway. There's nothing I need you to do, so just stop.
What? The bride is the star of the wedding. Even if it's a second wedding, I still want to be involved in the preparations.
What are you saying? Why would my ex-wife, someone I divorced, be involved in my wedding preparations?
Why wouldn't I be involved? It's our wedding after all. As the bride, of course, I get to have my say.
Huh?
Actually, the way you're saying it sounds weird. I'm the one who's directly involved here, so why do you treat me like an outsider? It's kind of annoying.
You're completely an outsider, though.
What?
I'm getting married to someone who isn't you.
Huh? Really? Well. It's only been 3 years since we divorced, right? You honestly think someone like you, an ex-husband in his 30s, could have a new relationship? Don't make me laugh.
Well, actually, I do have someone. I'm getting married to them. And by the way, remember, you were the one who cheated and caused our divorce. It's a bit hard to believe that I'd ever remarry someone like you, don't you think?
Oh, I see. So this is some sort of test, right? You're testing my love for you?
What?
But you know, that's not okay. It's a woman's privilege to test a man's love. A man doing that to a woman is absolutely unacceptable. I suppose this just shows that you still have feelings for me, though.
What the hell are you talking about?
You've been trying to show off on social media, posting about your wedding and waiting for me to find it. How cute. You were hoping I'd see it, right? It was so obvious I couldn't help but giggle a little. Because of that, I'll let this slide just this once.
No, really, what are you talking about?
But in exchange, you need to prove your love for me with $50,000.
Where the hell did that number come from?
It's a brilliant idea. It'll be a clear sign of your love for me, don't you think?
Look, before proving anything, I've told you I don't want to get back together with you. Why don't you get it?
And I'm telling you, testing love and pretending to be affectionate, that's something a man shouldn't do. That's your problem, not mine.
Really, I've had enough of this. I don't want to get back together with you, and I just want to focus on my wedding preparations without dealing with your nonsense. You're the one making this all complicated. I'm just trying to speak my mind here, and you're making it harder than it has to be.
You're the one complicating things. All you had to do was say, I'm preparing to get back together with you, and we could have settled this easily.
My actual bride is not you!
Well, if $50,000 can prove my love to you, then that's pretty cheap when you think about the future, right?
I'm never going to have a future with you, so just drop it.
Yeah, sure. When you've got that $50,000, just let me know.
I don't care. Don't contact me anymore.
Hey, Tyson. What the hell? I thought it was weird you weren't replying, but you blocked me, didn't you?
Wait, no way. Brenda! Did you seriously go out of your way to make a new account just to contact me?
That's right. Honestly, I can't believe you. We're supposed to be getting back together, and this is how you treat me? I already told you, men shouldn't be the ones testing a woman's love. If I weren't so generous, I'd be completely done with you by now.
For the last time, I'm getting married to someone else. How many times do I have to say it before it sinks into that delusional head of yours? Seriously, is there something wrong with you? Just leave me alone already.
So what about the $50,000?
What?
The $50,000 you're supposed to give me to prove your love. You did say you'd prepare it, didn't you?
No, you were the only one talking about that. I never agreed to anything.
Don't tell me you didn't prepare it.
Of course I didn't.
Unbelievable. The wedding is only 2 weeks away, you know. I haven't even tried on my wedding dress yet. I don't even know where the ceremony is going to be. If you keep dragging your feet like this, there won't even be a bride at your wedding. Are you trying to turn our big day into a disaster?
There isn't a problem as long as you stay out of it. I'm marrying someone else. You have nothing to do with it.
Oh, there you go again.
No, that's my line.
I get it now. You want me to prove my love for you. Fine, I'll do it. But on one condition. On the day of the wedding, you need to have $50,000 in cash ready for me. That's the price of proving your love. No matter what, I will make it to you on that day.
You don't need to make it to me.
Just wait for me.
For the love of God, leave me alone.
Tyson! Hey, pick up your damn phone.
What the hell do you want?
You lied to me.
What?
I just got to the wedding venue, but guess what? There's no reservation under your name, no wedding happening here at all. So what the hell is going on?
The wedding is happening just fine.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
It means exactly what I said.
Then where are you?
At the YouTube Hotel wedding venue.
What? So am I.
Oh yeah? Which one?
What do you mean, which one? There's only one in the city.
You sure about that?
Of course, it's the YouTube Hotel. I had to dig through a ton of people just to get this information, you know.
Ha! Well, you might want to check again.
What the hell does that mean?
You really didn't know, huh? YouTube Hotel isn't just one place, it's a whole chain. There are locations all over the country. Hell, they've even expanded overseas.
No.
Yeah, and as it happens, I am at a YouTube Hotel.
Wait.
Except mine's in Japan.
Japan?
Yup.
That's a joke, right?
Not at all. I got transferred here a year ago. Hell, I even posted about it on SNS.
No.
Honestly, I was half expecting you to track me down sooner. Had a whole escape plan in place just in case. But looking at this disaster, I guess I overestimated you.
You're lying.
Am I?
Japan where?
Oh, now you want to know, like I'd tell you. And before you get any bright ideas, don't bother looking up hotel locations. Not that it'd help you anyway. I just got another transfer order. Next week, I'll be moving to an entirely different country.
No.
Yeah.
Tyson?
Enough already. This is the end of the line.
Wait! At least give me the $50,000.
Excuse me?
You promised me $50,000.
The hell I did?
Yes, you did.
Nope. You brought it up all on your own and I never agreed to a damn thing.
Then why didn't you deny it earlier?
I didn't think I had to. But now that we're on the subject, that $50,000 wouldn't happen to be the amount of debt you're drowning in, would it?
Oh.
Oh, so that's what this was about.
How do you know that?
You just told me.
What?
I was guessing, Brenda, throwing it out there to see how you'd react, and you just gave me the answer. Wow. So all of this, all that delusional crap about us getting back together wasn't because you missed me, wasn't because you loved me, you just wanted a payout.
It's not like that.
The hell it isn't! You seriously thought you could just waltz back into my life, act like nothing happened, and I'd just pay off your debt like some dumbass?
That's not...
You cheated on me, we divorced, I moved on, and you want to know the best part?
What?
The woman I married, she's not even American. She's a foreigner, someone I met after I came here.
You're lying.
Nope.
You're lying.
Nah.
You're just saying that to hurt me.
Oh, believe whatever you want. It's not like your opinion matters.
No, this isn't real.
It is. And you know what? I'm done talking.
No, wait.
Don't contact me again.
Please, I don't have anywhere to go.
Not my problem.
I canceled my lease, Tyson. I was planning to move in with you after the wedding.
That's your own damn fault.
I can't go back home either.
Oh, yeah, right. 3 years ago when you got caught cheating, your parents lost their damn minds and basically disowned you. You've been dodging them ever since, huh?
If you know that, then help me. Please. If they find me now, I am done for.
Not my problem.
Tyson.
Nope.
Please, don't do this to me.
First of all, it seems that the debt of $50,000 was the result of her lavish spending on a host. She had been pouring money into the host's world, perhaps in some misguided attempt to find validation or fill a void. At the time, I was unaware of the extent of her financial troubles, but apparently she had been spending recklessly, chasing after an illusion of love or companionship. And then, in a rather ironic twist of fate, she saw my wedding announcement on social media. From there, things spiraled. It wasn't just about me getting married, but about what she heard from mutual acquaintances. She found out I was doing well in my career, and in fact, I was considering remarriage. To her, it was clear. This was the perfect opportunity to revive something long past. She interpreted my potential remarriage as a sign that I wanted to get back together with her. It wasn't just a simple misunderstanding, it was a complete misinterpretation of everything. She took my possible future, my progress, and, in her mind, turned it into a distorted fantasy. In her eyes, my success in life meant that I was somehow obligated to fix everything between us. This wasn't just about love or regret. It was about some sort of entitlement that she had built up over the years, an expectation that I should undo everything that had gone wrong, that I should come back and take responsibility for the mess we had made together. She somehow convinced herself that if I was now in a position of higher status with a more lucrative future ahead of me, I would naturally be willing to pay the $50,000 she owed, almost as if it were an unwritten rule. The logic was baffling, to say the least. She saw my success as a means to fix her debt, which was, in her mind, an inevitable consequence of the supposed rekindling of our relationship. In her warped thinking, the path to reconciliation would involve me taking on the role of the savior, as if I owed her not just financial support, but also emotional restoration. She thought that, in her mind, she had been wronged by my move on, by my progress, and in order to set things right, I should offer her not only my forgiveness, but also an unrealistic financial bailout. This line of reasoning led her to some seriously irrational decisions, one of which was the extreme act of demanding money from me, convinced that I would be more than willing to pay it, in the hope of winning back her affection or rebuilding some semblance of our past life. It was astonishing, to say the least, to hear of how far her thinking had strayed from reality, but given her history, I shouldn't have been too surprised. She had a tendency to create elaborate scenarios in her head, only to chase them down relentlessly, no matter how unrealistic or destructive they might be. It was almost as if, in her mind, the idea of us rekindling something would somehow make everything right again. She seemed to think that money, particularly the $50,000, would be the key to resolving all of her problems, a quick fix for everything. I couldn't help but feel a deep sense of disbelief at her actions. Here I was moving forward with my life, and she was still stuck in this cycle of denial, making decisions based on nothing but her fantasies. As for me, I was fortunately overseas at the time due to work. I couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief knowing that I wasn't there when all of this was unfolding. Had I been back in the country, I'm sure I would have been dragged into the chaos, pulled into a situation I had no desire to be a part of. Being away was a blessing in disguise. It allowed me to put distance between myself and all the mess she was creating, to have some space to think clearly and remove myself from her manipulative grasp. Eventually, though, it all caught up with her. She couldn't keep running from the consequences of her actions forever. My ex-wife's parents, who had long been aware of the trouble she was in, finally caught up with her. No matter how hard she fought against it, she couldn't escape the reality of her situation. They, perhaps out of a sense of obligation or concern, managed to get her to face the financial mess she had created. But there was no sympathy to be had. Her parents placed her in a job she had always despised, one that she had vehemently rejected in the past, the very type of work she had always resented. They didn't care about her preferences anymore. They didn't care about her happiness. What mattered was that she pay back the money she had wasted, and she would do so by any means necessary. The work was grueling and thankless. She was reduced to a mere cog in the system, forced to labor like a workhorse with little regard for her well-being or dignity. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, Joy, you're slacking off on your duties as a wife again, aren't you? Answer me. Joy, I'm talking to you. I'm sorry, Alana. I'm still at work right now. I've only stepped away for a moment to message you. I'll get back to you once I finish my shift, all right? Oh, what nonsense. You acting all professional? That's hilarious. You're nothing but a middle school dropout working some low-end job. Do you really think you can fool anyone with this busy working woman act? It's so ridiculous that I can't help but cringe. Honestly, it's embarrassing even for me. You do know what my job actually is, right? Of course I do. You're a part-timer at that tiny pastry shop near the station, aren't you? Whenever I pass by, I can see you groveling and bowing to the customers. It's pathetic, really. You're like a doormat, all smiles and servitude. What a sight. You're always like this. Honestly, seeing you like that just makes me so grateful for my life. My family, in case you've forgotten, runs a company. We're not just some run-of-the-mill people. We're a family of CEOs, a real elite household. And of course, my husband fits right in. He's highly educated, extremely successful, and makes more money in a month than you probably do in a year. That's why I graciously married him, because he's worthy of our family's prestige. You, on the other hand, you should be honored we even let you in. I'm sorry, Alana, I have to go. A customer just walked in. I'll speak with you later. Hey, wait a minute. You're seriously ignoring me right now? How dare you? I haven't even told you what I want yet. Listen carefully. On your way home, pick up 2 things of bread, a large bottle of vinegar, soy sauce, and a bulk bag of onions. Got it? I was just about to tell you that before you rudely cut me off. You should be grateful, you know. Our family, this elite, successful family, was kind enough to take in a pathetic, fatherless girl from a single-mother household like you. You should be bending over backward to show your gratitude. You're practically living your dream by being a part of our family, so don't forget your place. As your superior, your sister-in-law, what I say is law. You hear me? You should act more like a maid. You're certainly dressed for the part. At the very least, make yourself useful for once. But since I'm feeling oh so generous today, I'll cut you some slack. I'll allow you to pick up the groceries on your way home from your little part-time gig. So be a good girl and make sure you buy everything I listed. Got it? I expect no excuses. Hey, Joy, can you give me a ride to the station? Right now? Yeah, I left my car at Cambridge Station last night after drinking at a group date. I need to go pick it up. Wait, a group date? Oh, don't get all worked up. I was out for a drive and got a sudden invitation. I had no choice but to leave my car there. Alana, you're a married woman. What were you doing at a group date? Oh, please, it was just to fill out the numbers. I told everyone there that I was married. It was perfectly innocent. No big deal. There's nothing scandalous about it. Oh, by the way, I want you to go pick up my car later. Wait, you want me to go get your car? Of course, you're the one with the driver's license, right? I mean, it's not like you have any other qualifications. You didn't even finish high school. I'm sure your precious little license is the only thing remotely useful about you. So you should at least put it to good use for once. Excuse me? You keep harping on the fact that I didn't finish high school, but what exactly is so wrong with that? It makes you the scum of society, obviously. You sure had that answer ready fast. Of course I did. It's called basic common sense. Your question was so stupid it didn't even need thinking. Now quit stalling and just go get my car already. Actually, that's not possible. Huh? What do you mean it's not possible? Well, I'm currently in Michigan. Michigan? What the hell are you doing in Michigan? I'm on a business trip. Pfft, a business trip, you? You honestly expect me to believe that? You, a part-timer at some dingy pastry shop, going on a business trip? Your lies are so obvious, it's embarrassing. God, you're pathetic. It's not a lie. We're opening a new store here, and I came to scout the location. Oh, come on. Sure you did. You're so bad at lying, it's painful. A lowly part-timer like you being sent on an important business trip? There's no way. Even I know enough to call bullshit on that. Actually, I'm not a part-timer. Oh, really? Let me guess. You're a part-time employee then? Big difference. It's all the same in the end. No matter what fancy title you give yourself, you're still a bottom feeder. Face it. You're just a pathetic dropout with a dead-end job trying to act like you're something special. Honestly, it's pitiful. Your sad little act is fooling no one. I don't care what you call yourself. Just get your ass back here and pick me up already. It's freezing this morning, you know. The cold air is making my fingers all stiff while I type this message. You seriously expect me to stand out here waiting? Come on. Actually, since you're not working today, why don't you just ask your brother Dave to drive you instead? He's home, isn't he? I'll let him know you need a ride. Wait, what? I mean, you're not drinking this morning, right? So he should be perfectly capable of driving you. I'm sure he'd be more than willing to help out his dear sister. Hold on, you're telling me to ask Dave, my brother, your husband, to be my chauffeur? Are you serious? Is that a problem? You've got to be kidding me. You want my elite, CEO level, high society brother to play driver for some washed up dropout like you? What is wrong with you? You have no shame. Do you honestly think you're in any position to tell my brother what to do? Oh, is that really how you feel? Well, Alana, has Dave not mentioned anything to you? Mentioned what? About me, my background, my work. I'm pretty sure it was brought up the first time I met your family. Oh, yeah. Of course I know all about you. You're the poor, pathetic daughter of a single mother. Some dropout who couldn't even afford to finish high school. You ended up working at some random pastry shop just to scrape by. Trust me, I remember your sob story perfectly. Don't think I'm going to fall for any of your grandiose lies now. You're not entirely wrong, I suppose. But maybe you should pay a little more attention to details next time. When Dave introduced me, he told you more than that, didn't he? Oh, whatever. Stop being so nitpicky. The details don't matter. You're still just a dropout loser at the end of the day. God, the way you obsess over irrelevant things is so typical of people like you. Clinging to useless little facts, thinking it makes you sound smarter. Honestly, it's pathetic. I see. So you weren't listening at all. I should have known. Why would I? It's not like anything about you is remotely interesting. I tuned out the moment you started talking. I see. Well, since clearly you don't care, there's no point in explaining it again. It'd be a waste of breath. Exactly. Find something we agree on. You're finally catching on. So be a good little bottom feeder and come pick me up already. I'm done waiting. I'm afraid that's not going to happen. As I said, I'm actually in Michigan. If you don't want to ask Dave to drive you, I guess you'll just have to figure something out yourself. Wait, Joy? I'm sorry, Alana, but I need to check out of my hotel soon. I have no more time to waste on this. Goodbye. Hey, Joy, you really are a piece of work, aren't you? I should have known. It makes sense considering you're just a middle school dropout. Pathetic. A low-class, poor woman like you is bound to be this trashy. Alana? What are you talking about? You were cheating, weren't you? What? You said you were in Michigan. But I know you were at a cafe in Ohio with some man. Oh. Wait, do you mean this afternoon? Oh, you're admitting it so easily. I'm almost impressed by your nerve. I'm just confirming the details, that's all. That's as good as a confession. So, what was he? Some rich guy, I bet? Oh, I get it. You're aiming for someone with money. How much did you squeeze out of him, huh? I bet you've been having a dirty little affair all along, cashing in on him behind my brother's back. You really are a lowlife, Joy. Utterly shameless. Actually, the man I was with is the manager of that cafe. What? I was in Michigan until this morning. I took an early flight to Ohio and went straight to that cafe. I was meeting with the manager to discuss a new menu exclusive to our Ohio store that we're planning to introduce soon. What are you even talking about? A mere part-timer like you negotiating with a manager? You expect me to believe that nonsense? You've been spouting nothing but obvious lies lately. It's honestly getting pathetic. Alana, I think it's about time you let go of this ridiculous idea that I'm some poor, uneducated nobody just because I grew up in a single-parent household. Oh, please, I'm only stating the facts. You're a dropout, raised by a single mother, dirt poor. There's no shame in calling it what it is. But you're trying to use these made-up work meetings to cover up your infidelity. It won't work. I'm going to report all of this to Dave. Oh, I can't wait. Finally, we'll be rid of you. No more connection to some lowly, classless woman with no background and no future. You know, the fact that you immediately jumped to such a crude conclusion simply because you saw me with a man actually speaks volumes about your character. Honestly, Alana, it's vulgar. You're vulgar. What? Oh, you've got some nerve talking back to me like that. Is that defiance I'm hearing? What, are you feeling bold now that you've been caught? Let me remind you of something. A cheap, tasteless woman like you has no place in a family as prestigious as ours. You probably only married Dave for his money in the first place. But guess what? After I tell him about this, you'll be facing a hefty alimony claim. And with your pathetic little paycheck, you'll be drowning in debt for the rest of your life. I see this is getting out of hand. I suppose I have no choice but to set the record straight before your delusions cause unnecessary trouble. I'll explain my background again, clearly this time. Oh, spare me. I don't care about your sob story. Let me sum it up for you. Single mom, dropout, poor. There, all explained in 3 words. Actually, my annual income is $300,000. What? I was planning on finishing high school, you know. But my father, who was supposed to take over my grandfather's pastry shop, passed away when I was in 8th grade. My grandfather was already elderly, and with no one else to continue the business, I had to make a decision. So after graduating from middle school, I began apprenticing under my grandfather full-time as a pâtissier. I wanted to master the craft as quickly as possible and preserve the flavors that had been in my family for generations. 3 years ago, I officially took over the business.
Wait, what?
By the time I inherited it, my grandfather had already expanded the business into a chain with multiple stores and cafes across the major cities in Honshu. Recently, we launched a project to open our first store in Michigan, specifically in Detroit. That's why I was in Michigan. I was overseeing the launch. Oh, and we've also partnered with a major confectionery brand on a collaboration project. Thanks to my incredible staff and my mother's support on the management side, the business is thriving. We're doing quite well, financially and otherwise.
No way. You're lying. You? You're saying that some dropout from a single-parent home is actually... No, that's impossible.
Actually, stories like mine are pretty common if you care to look around. You might want to reconsider your shallow assumptions about people with different backgrounds.
Shut up! Don't act all high and mighty! You're still nothing but a working-class peasant. You're beneath me.
Funny, coming from someone who's never worked a day in her life.
No matter what you say, you're still a dropout. That's a fact.
About that, I'm actually enrolled in an online high school program. I'll be graduating next year, which will make me a high school graduate.
What? You're just trying to change the subject. You're desperate. Trying to distract me from your cheating with all this nonsense. It's not going to work. It won't work.
Is that so? Well, in that case, let me ask you something, Alana. What exactly are you doing in Ohio?
What? Oh, I'm just traveling. A little vacation, that's all.
Oh, really? And who, might I ask, are you traveling with?
Well, a college friend. Yeah, just a girl from university.
Funny. That person you were with didn't really look like a woman.
What do you mean?
Oh, you know, just this.
What? You saw me? You're following me?
No, not exactly. But just as you happened to see me at the cafe, I happened to see you with this man. Oh, and I took more than just this one photo. There are plenty of intimate ones. You know, the kind couples take. The kind that leave no room for doubt.
No, you didn't.
I was so shocked by what I saw that I instinctively took photos. And yes, it definitely looks like cheating to me.
But please, delete them right now.
Oh, no point in that.
What? Why?
Because I've already sent them to Dave.
No.
Oh, and by the way, this man? Turns out he's one of Dave's subordinates. Small world, huh? You know, I once heard that people who cheat are often the first to suspect their partners of doing the same. I guess that was true after all.
Wait, Joy, please, let's talk about this.
I'd love to, but my flight's about to board. Goodbye, Alana. The woman I saw that day in Ohio was apparently on what could only be described as a cheating vacation. It seemed she had planned it as a quick getaway, but little did I know, it would be the beginning of a complete unraveling of her life. As a result of her actions, my sister-in-law ended up being at fault, and the marriage quickly ended in divorce. On top of that, she was hit with a request for alimony. Not only that, but the man she had been seeing was also married, and his wife, understandably, demanded alimony as well. When everything was settled, the total amount of money she was ordered to pay came to a staggering $60,000. Now my sister-in-law, who always had this air of superiority and liked to boast about coming from a celebrity family, was completely convinced that her parents would cover the entire alimony sum. She was confident, even smug, walking around with a sense of entitlement, as if money would simply fall into her lap. She believed that with her family's status, she could get out of anything without facing any real consequences. But, as we all know, reality doesn't work that way. Instead of the expected handout from her parents, she was told in no uncertain terms, "You will pay the full amount yourself and reflect on your actions." There was no comfort, no bailout, no easy way out of this. She had to face the music, and it was a hard pill to swallow. This only seemed to drive her into more of a tantrum in what could only be described as childish arrogance. She stormed around and demanded, "How dare someone like me with just a middle school education have to pay such a huge amount? Give me all your money!" She went so far as to stand outside my house, glaring and ranting, crossing her arms and essentially challenging the world. She acted as though she was some kind of victim when, in reality, she had brought all of this on herself. It was almost laughable. I couldn't help but think, who does she think she is, standing there like some sort of thief, demanding money from everyone else, expecting people to just hand things over without consequence? It was almost as though she thought that because of her family's wealth, the world owed her something, and that the rules didn't apply to her. Naturally, I couldn't stand by and watch as she played the victim. I called her parents and reported what had happened. To their credit, they didn't hesitate. They acted fast, taking immediate steps to deal with the situation. Within a short time, they arranged for her to be sent off to one of their overseas factories. The next thing I knew, I was hearing that she had been sent away, far from the drama she had caused. From what I heard, the work at the factory wasn't exactly glamorous. It seemed like a pretty harsh reality check for someone who had spent her life riding on the coattails of her family's success. It wasn't just about sending her away, it was about forcing her to take responsibility for her own actions and make a living on her own, without relying on her family's money or connections. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey there, Avery.
Oh, Margot. Good evening.
It's been a while, huh?
Yeah, it has. Oh, by the way, I noticed that your mom has been picking up your child from kindergarten these past few days. I also heard that your husband was in a car accident and got hospitalized. Is that why?
Yeah, pretty much. He got into an accident while he was away on a business trip, so he's actually pretty far from home.
Oh, I see. So that's why you've been going to visit him in the hospital?
Exactly. My mother-in-law is going to take over in a few days, but until then, I've had to leave the kids with my mom.
That sounds really tough. If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know, okay?
Thanks, Avery. I appreciate it. Anyway, I should check in on my husband now. I'll see you later.
Take care, and I hope he gets better soon.
Hey, listen to this. I swear this is so hilarious. I just had to tell someone or I'd explode. So I thought, why not drop you a message?
Wow, you're really hyped up. What's going on?
Okay, so I was just messaging Avery a little while ago.
Huh? Avery?
Yeah, you know. I mentioned how my husband got into that accident and had to be hospitalized, right?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Well, guess what? My mother-in-law, who adores my son, immediately panicked when she heard that I was the one taking care of him. She was all, "I'll do it. I'll take care of my grandson." Like she couldn't stand the thought of me being first in line. So she rushed over to my husband's hospital, all eager to play the doting grandma. And you bet I took full advantage of that. Now I am currently on a trip with Avery's husband, Daniel.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Oh, I haven't told you the full story yet, have I? Well, here's the juicy part. My boyfriend is actually my mommy friend Avery's husband. Yep, his name is Daniel, and let me tell you, he is exactly my type. Like, the moment I saw him, I knew I had to have him. So a year ago, I made it happen.
Oh, wow.
And now, the universe just handed me the perfect opportunity. Daniel had to go on a business trip, and my husband's accident just so happened to overlap with it. Lucky me, right? So I told everyone I need to go take care of my husband in the hospital, but really, I hopped on a plane with Daniel instead.
Huh?
But here's the best part. I decided to test the waters a bit, so I sent Avery a little probing message. I told her I'm at my husband's hospital taking care of him, and you won't believe her response. She said, if there's anything I can do to help, let me know. She has no idea. Her precious husband is off with me, and she doesn't even suspect a thing. And guess what? My husband is also completely clueless.
Seriously?
Oh yeah, I just got a message from him too. I feel awful that I messed up and now you have to handle everything alone. I'm really sorry. Meanwhile, I was literally reading that message while snuggled up in bed with another man. Isn't that just the funniest thing?
You really think so?
Of course, it's just too perfect. Everything is going so smoothly, I almost feel scared. Almost.
Well, you certainly sound like you're enjoying yourself.
Oh, totally. The thrill is absolutely addicting. And you know what? Daniel's supposed to fly home today.
Wait, today?
Mm-hmm. But he told Avery that he'd be gone for another 2 days. So now we get 2 whole days of uninterrupted, no strings attached, total freedom. No prying eyes, no interruptions, just us.
You seem pretty confident, but are you sure this won't blow up in your face?
What? Of course I'll be careful, but I'm not some amateur. Besides, you should worry about yourself. Don't let your affair with my mother-in-law slip out either.
Yeah, can't afford to be careless.
Exactly. Anyway, Daniel should be back from his meeting soon, and I fully intend to make sure he's nice and relaxed tonight. I'll catch you later. Good morning! Just woke up. Last night, Daniel and I had this amazing dinner with the finest wine, and of course, the night was just as spectacular.
You're in a great mood.
Obviously! Oh, that reminds me. I've got some photos you took for me. Let me show you.
You two look close.
Right? We're practically inseparable. Anyway, today's plan. We're heading to the hot springs together, and yes, it's a mixed bath.
I see.
Well, he's calling me, so I gotta go. Catch you later. I'm home. I just got back from my trip. Oh, what a blissful time. Gotta thank my husband for getting into that accident.
Welcome back, Margot.
Huh? Wait, come on now. Why are you talking to me like we're so distant now?
Where are you now?
Just got off the train, standing by the ticket gate. Oh, Daniel and I split up earlier, so I'm heading over to Abby's place to bring her some souvenirs.
Oh, your sister's name is Abby, huh? My name is Avery. They do sound similar, so maybe that's why you mixed them up?
Wait, Abby? No. That's a terrible joke, Avery.
Still haven't realized, huh? Maybe take a second and check. Who exactly have you been messaging all this time?
What? Wait, no way.
Figured it out?
No way. Avery? Not Abby?
That's right. The person you've been gleefully spilling all your dirty secrets to is none other than me, the wife of your so-called boyfriend.
No. Then Daniel.
Oh, he just came home, smiling ear to ear. He's now sitting on the living room floor right in the middle of a very intense lecture.
Lecture?
Both his parents and mine are standing around him, arms crossed, glaring down at him.
No way.
Oh, and thanks for those lovely photos of your little romantic getaway. They made it real easy to get him to sign the divorce papers.
Wait.
By the way, about your sister, didn't you mention in your messages that she's been cheating too?
What?
With your mother-in-law, no less. While his wife was away taking care of her injured husband, she was sneaking into your house, messing around with her son's wife. Disgusting, isn't it?
Wait!
And you? Your husband got into an accident, and instead of rushing to be by his side, you were off having a grand old time with my husband. What a wonderful wife you are.
No, that's...
Oh, speaking of your husband, he was transferred to a hospital here in the city a few days ago.
What?
And he got permission to go home today, so he's currently at your house with your mother-in-law.
No way.
Naturally, I told them everything about your sister, about your mother-in-law.
What do you mean, everything?
Your husband and mother-in-law have already decided to get divorced.
Already?
Yep. All of that was sorted while you were busy sending me your little oops, wrong person messages. Now it's just you left.
No.
Tonight's gonna be a rough one for you. Good luck.
Hey, Avery.
Oh my, if it isn't my ex-husband's mistress.
Cut it out with the sarcasm. Daniel got fired. What the hell did you do?
Oh, you really don't know?
That's why I'm asking.
Well, he took a random woman along on a business trip, and not just any woman, his mistress. Once the company found out it was a full-blown cheating getaway, it was over. Given that he was on a company-sponsored trip and considering the internal marriage policies, firing him was the only logical choice.
That's not fair.
Why not?
Daniel and I are completely broke after paying you and your husband the settlement money. On top of that, my husband got full custody, so I have to pay child support. We can't survive like this. What the hell am I supposed to do?
Not really my problem.
But you won't be getting child support from Daniel either.
Oh, no worries. I had him pay it all up front along with the settlement.
Wait, what? Where did he get that kind of money?
He took out a loan.
A loan? No, wait, what? He never told me that.
That sounds like your issue, not mine. Take it up with him.
Avery, hey! My sister, my mother-in-law, and we're all in debt because of that settlement. And now we're all unemployed. We were supposed to move in with Daniel tomorrow so he could support all 4 of us, but now he's unemployed too. What are we supposed to do? Avery! Avery, answer me!
According to the neighbors of my ex-husband's family, it seems that my ex-husband, Margot's former father-in-law, and Margot's younger sister had all been living together in what used to be my home. At first, I didn't know how to feel about it. The house, the place where I had spent so many years of my life with my ex-husband, was now shared by 4 people who didn't seem to have a clear routine or sense of stability. They didn't even follow regular meal times. They never joined in on the set meals, which made the situation even more odd. What struck me as the most bizarre was their unpredictable schedules. They would come and go at the oddest hours, from the early mornings to the deep hours of the night. It wasn't a typical household. It was almost as if they were living entirely separate lives while sharing the same space. From what the neighbors said, it seemed like each of them had multiple jobs. The fact that they were hardly ever at home during normal hours led people to speculate that they were working various shifts to make ends meet. Maybe it was just about schedule, trying to get by the best they could. Still, I couldn't help but wonder why they all seemed so lost, as if they were running from something. As for me, my life had taken a very different turn. I had left the house and returned to my parents' place with my child. It wasn't ideal, but it was the best I could do. My parents had been a great support system, always there when I needed them, especially when it came to helping me with childcare. Raising a child alone wasn't easy, but having them by my side made things more manageable. They helped with the little things like watching my child while I worked or offering advice when I needed it. It was a humbling experience, but also one that made me realize how much I had taken for granted before. I had always been independent, but now I was leaning on my family more than ever. Fortunately, I had been able to get a part-time job at a local supermarket. It wasn't much, but it allowed me to earn some money and start rebuilding my life. There was a sense of pride in being able to support myself and my child, even if it meant doing something that felt like a step backward. At least it was something. The goal was always to work my way up, and I was determined to aim for a full-time position as soon as I could. I knew it would take time, but I was ready to work for it. The idea of becoming a permanent employee was motivating. I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it, that I was capable of creating a stable future. A few months passed, and my life seemed to settle into a routine, though nothing ever felt quite the same. Then something unexpected happened. My ex-husband, who had been living with Margot and the others, disappeared one day. It was as if he had just decided to leave without any warning. He didn't pack up his things, didn't leave any explanation. He simply walked out the door and never returned. At first, I thought it was some sort of temporary absence, that maybe he had gone somewhere for work or just needed some space, but the days passed and there was no sign of him. Soon after, Margot's father-in-law and sister also started to disappear one by one. It seemed like they were all just vanishing. The neighbors kept telling me how strange it was, how the house that had once been full of life was now silent. No one knew where they went or if they were even in the area anymore. It felt like a ghost story, like they had all just disappeared off the face of the earth. There was a strange sort of relief mixed with confusion. Part of me wanted to know what had happened to them, to understand why they had left so suddenly. But another part of me was just glad that they were gone. The chaos, the uncertainty, it was all gone. I didn't know how to process it. What had led to their disappearance? Were they running from something, or had they all just decided they needed to go their separate ways? I could feel a mix of emotions, curiosity, frustration, even a little anger. There were so many unresolved feelings tied up in all of this. I couldn't help but think about the years I spent with my ex-husband, how we had tried to make things work, how I had struggled to hold on to a relationship that had been slowly falling apart for so long. Margot's role in all of this had always been unclear to me. I never fully understood what she meant to my ex-husband or why she had been so involved in our lives. It had always seemed like she was a shadow in the background, always lurking, always there. Even when we tried to live our lives together, she was somehow present in the periphery. I never wanted to admit it, but it felt like there was a part of my ex-husband that had always been drawn to her, as if he was more attached to her than he was to me. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that their disappearing act might have been inevitable. My marriage had been strained for years, and the final straw had always been just out of reach. I think deep down, we both knew it wasn't working, but we stayed anyway, because it was easier than facing the truth. But eventually, reality caught up with us. My ex-husband, Margot, and the others had all just vanished, leaving me behind with questions that would likely never be answered. And now here I was, back at my parents' house, raising my child and building a new life. It wasn't what I had expected, but in some ways it was exactly what I needed. It gave me time to reflect, to regroup, and to rediscover who I was without the weight of the past dragging me down. I couldn't keep dwelling on the past, no matter how much I wanted closure. I had to look forward, not back. As time passed, I started to realize something. The disappearance of my ex-husband and the others wasn't something I needed to understand or even solve. It was a part of my past, a chapter that had ended on its own. It didn't define me anymore. It didn't have the power to control my future. I had my child, my family, and a new sense of purpose. I had my job, my goals, and my dreams. I was building a life that was mine, not one that had been shaped by the failures of others. Sure, there were moments when I wondered what happened to my ex-husband and the others. It was natural to be curious, but I realized that the only way to truly move forward was to let go of that curiosity. They had made their choices, and now I had to make mine. My future was in my hands, and that's what mattered most. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. I continued to work hard, to focus on my child, to find joy in the small moments. Every day was a new opportunity to create something better, to build a future filled with hope and promise. My past was behind me, but my future was something I could shape with my own two hands. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.